right, which is supposed to be around 300 investors plus maybe. So I don't know, this is going to be really something. So this is how it's supposed to go. The title of the conversation they gave me was how you can buy commercial properties in multiple down in Canada. As we all know, somebody has to put money in it, so it's just us that aren't putting it in. So I'm Terry Stallwood. I'm a professional real estate investor, and I help average everyday Canadians make above average income from real estate. So who is Terry Stallwood? I'm an international real estate investor. I have property in Las Vegas, Florida, Honduras, and Canada. I'm an author, speaker, mentor, Red Seal carpenter, contractor of some 45 years, and I'm a joint venture partner, and I'm always looking for more partners. Properties. I'm going to share today with you 3 different deals that I've done, and these are some of the ways that we find the properties that we do find. Having a great realtor is a must. My realtor needs to be also a real estate investor. My realtor needs to like dealing with real estate investors. A lot of real estate people don't like dealing with investors. They think they're cheap, waste of time. Just don't want to put in the time that you need to. My realtor also needs to like finding the deals and putting the deals together in the end, so it all comes together. Check newspapers. You want to look for mortgage foreclosures. Reduced price, and you could end up working out some good deal on it. Word of mouth. You want to talk to everybody everywhere you go. You want to tell them what you're doing, what you're all about, what you're looking for. Like, just get it out there so people know what you're trying to do. If they can find something, by all means, if you put a deal together, offer them referral fees, because once they start getting some good referral fees, they'll start really looking for you. Citywide contacts. You just don't want to stick around your small area. Like, get out there, go and look in the new areas, keep your eyes open and see what's going on in the new developments, and look all over the city. Just don't stick in one little neighborhood. Keep eyes and ears open. You know, just get out there and look and see what you can see. If there's maybe a Burger King going up over here in a new neighborhood, you know, very soon there's going to be McDonald's or Tim Hortons on the opposite corner. If you go look up the property, if nobody is doing any developments on it yet, see if you can go and, if they'll sell it, put a deposit on it, tie it up, phone McDonald's or Tim Hortons. You know they're going to buy land right there, because they always buy in the same area. Finding money partners. Investment groups like this are one of your best ways. Just get there, talk to people, and there's just numerous investment group meetings all the time every month. So you want to frequent those. Those are a really good place to start. Have your own power team. A power team can be as simple as a realtor, financial advisor, mortgage broker, lawyer, insurance person, contractor, anybody that is involved in a real estate deal to make it get together. Have regular meetings not once a week, but maybe once a month. Everybody, maybe 1 or 2 people bring a deal to the table. Everybody looks at it. You can all put your opinions in on it. and it looks like something really good, maybe somebody at the table will even joint venture partner with you. So that's basically what a power team is. Networking, just networking is talking, and do some listening. You can't learn if you talk all the time. You need to listen, especially at the investment groups. Just go and meet people. Everybody at these groups are there for the same reason you are. There's investors there that want to put money out. There's other people there that want to find money. There's just people there that are looking for a partner. Numerous things are going on with these investment groups. And just keep networking with everyone. Meet with mortgage brokers. Mortgage brokers are kind of a breed of their own. They have maybe 50 different lenders that they deal with. Could be private money, hard money, long-term money. If it's a buy and hold and you want to hold a long mortgage, they can. They have so many different people and organizations that they work with, and they are people that really get out there and dig for you. They'll just do it, work and do everything they can to try to get the deals to go through. So if anybody could put in $15,000 and come out with 100,000 plus, is there anybody here that might want to do something like that? Perfect. Well, I did that, and because all you really have to do is buy an island. So I bought this island in Lake of the Woods, and I was building a cottage for someone on the next island over from this. And he flew up in his airplane from Wisconsin. We were talking, we went through a bunch of his cottage stuff, and we were down on the dock, and we're standing there looking down the lake, and he says, yeah, I was gonna buy that island over there. But he said, the guy wants $100,000 for it. And he said, I got it down to 80,000, and I just don't want to spend 80,000. I'm spending like 450,000 on my island, and I don't need to spend another 80 for an island that's just going to sit there. Well, I didn't even know that they were building for him, and they're going, oh wow, I wish I could buy a place like this, and because it was like 12 miles up the lake, you know where it went. So, you know, so many people wanted to buy a place like that. So in Lake of the Woods, there's 13,000 islands, 65,000 miles of shoreline, and it's big. And 95% of all the land there is government owned. Very hard to find an island. There's some islands with cottages on them that come up for sale once in a while, but to find an island with absolutely nothing on it was almost unheard of. So he was, we finished talking about what we were going to talk about, and he was getting in his airplane, and I just said to him, you're not going to buy the island, eh? And he said, no, I'm not spending that kind of money for that. So I said, okay, you know, have a good trip back, and I'll see you on the next trip. And he got in his plane, took off, headed back for Wisconsin. I got my boat, and I headed back to town. I went to the registry office, looked up this island, looked up the contact information for the guy that owned it. I got a hold of him, he was also American, and I asked him if it was for sale still, and he's asked for sale. I said, okay, I'll give you 80 grand. I already knew you'd take 80 grand, so I said, I'll give you 80 grand for it, conditional on financing. So I had 10 days for financing, and he agreed to all that. So I'm out there looking for financing, and I made a few calls to people I knew, and it wasn't going to work out for them. And they don't like lending money on vacant land because there's nothing, they don't consider that they didn't want any part of it. So 8 days went by, and I'm thinking, oh brother, this isn't going to work. So another friend of mine, I built him a cottage on another island. 2 years before that, he came up and he phoned me, and he always wants to know what's going on in the area and everything. So I was telling him about this island here and what I wanted to do with it, and he says, okay, pick me up. So I jump back in the boat and I go and down and go around the island and everything, and I'm telling him how I want to split it up. I want to split it up so nobody can build a cottage and see their neighbor. Like I want everybody to, I made 3 lots out of it, so I wanted to make it so the best building lots were facing not each other in any way. And I for sure didn't want anybody facing this next guy's cottage that didn't end up buying the island because he was going to be really pissed. So he liked my ideas. I told him what I thought we could sell them for and everything. So he said, sure, let's do it. He says, what do you need from me? And I said, 80,000. He says, oh, 80,000? He says, that's the whole thing. I'm going, exactly. I need 80 grand to close this deal, and that's what I need. I said, I'll pay for legal fees, I'll pay for the survey, and I'll sell them, and you put in the 80 grand. So he said, yeah, okay, let's do it. So here I got this island with all his money. So here's how this deal ended up working out. The purchase price is 80,000. The legals that I put in were 15. Unknowing to me at the time, the Ontario government made me get an archaeological study done. They thought somebody maybe 100 years ago went by there in a canoe and maybe stayed overnight or for a week. And they wanted to know if there was any bones there or artifacts or whatever. So I had to get this study done. That cost me like $1,000 an hour. Luckily, they found nothing. They could have been real bad. So my cost on the island was $95,000. So we sold 3 lots for $345,000. Purchase price off is $95,000. I paid him 10% on his $80,000 until he got his money back. That worked out to $8,000. Accounting expenses were $10,000, so our profit was $232 or $232,000. So we ended up splitting that 50-50. So I put in 15,000 and I got 116 back. Simple as that. So after that, I was in the small town that I was living in, and this commercial building was sitting there for a year, year and a half, 2 years, empty. The guy was a friend of mine, and he moved back to the States. It used to be a grocery store, a meat market, fish plant, antique store, furniture store, like it was almost everything. And he wanted to sell this thing really bad. He had it listed for $195,000. And I told him, I kept looking at this thing, and I hate to see buildings like this empty because I'm always thinking, oh, now what can I do with this? So I'm over at the post office picking up the mail. Everybody that goes between 10 and 12, that's where you hear all the gossip that's going on in town. If you want to know anything that's happening, just go to the post office in the morning. Everybody meets there. So I found out from the postmaster that they were looking for a bigger space because they don't grow in their spaces they've been in for some 30 years. And the credit union manager was a friend of mine, and I heard from her that they were looking for a bigger space because they had outgrown their area. So here I'm thinking, yep, both of those would fit in there just nicely. So I phoned the guy up and I told him I was interested in the building, but not quite yet. I let him know when I was, and over time it came down to 175, 155, I think it actually came down to almost maybe 125 in the end. And then in the meantime, I was phoning Canada Post and the credit union. I was dealing with both of them about putting them in here. It got to the point where, yeah, they're really interested and they want to start signing contracts. So now they want to sign a contract with me on a building that I don't even own yet. So I had to phone them up quick, and I said, okay, I'm ready. so he says, oh, good. He says, I got to get rid of this thing so bad. So he said, what can you do for me? And I said, I can give you 75 grand. I said, you're going to have to hold the mortgage, no money down, and I'll pay you 10% interest over a 2-year period. and you'll get your interest and your principal paid back at the end of the 2 years. Well, he didn't really like that, but he wanted to get rid of this thing bad because he was sitting on it for years now. So he finally said, okay, let's do it. So I got that met up with the lawyer and everything. We got all the papers signed up. So then I rushed down and got the papers signed up for the credit union and the post office. So I got those guys all tied up, and I'm the one in this small town, so they hired me to do renovations on my building, and they put in over $220,000 each into my building. So I made almost probably enough off the construction to pretty much pay for the building in the original amount. And I talked to somebody at the post office in the morning. He was looking for a building to put a laundromat in. So I mentioned this building. I said, how about this building here? And he went and looked at it, and he's, yeah, that'll be perfect. So 2 days after I took over in this building, the first day I moved it out. The second day I lifted it up and we put this truck under and we moved it to his place. I sold him this for $10,000. So I got this property for $75,000, which I put no money into it. 2 days later, I got $10,000 cash back and contracts to put $220,000 each in each of my building, with $450,000 into my building. So that worked out quite well. In the end, I signed up contracts, a 5-year term with both the credit union and the post office, with a renewal of 3 more 5-year terms for a total of a 20-year lease. And I kept it up to the first term. I sold the property to the credit union. So this is the building after we fixed it all up. So this is how this one worked out. The original price was $195, accepted offer was $75. I ended up, after taking over it, I put $50,000 in it myself. I paid him $12,250 for the time that I had the $75,000. Sold the addition for $10, so it gave me a total cost of $127,250. Sold the building for $260. Take off your consumer profit. So 2 months ago, this one's really recent, we found this one with our realtor. This is over near the HSC Hospital, Health Sciences Center. It's a triplex. There's 2 one-bedroom units on the main floor. There's a second, third floor. There's 6 bedrooms. And in the basement, the original owner made a spa down there. It's got a infrared sauna, steam shower, jacuzzi tub, a regular tub for a mud bath, heat lamps, steam cabinet, spot for massage area. So we're just looking for a masseuse to rent this or someone like that. So when we found this property, it was listed for $259,900. The realtor got all the numbers on it and everything, showed them to me. We went through all the numbers, decided, yeah, this was a really good deal. So I brought in my investor. So the 3 of us went and looked through the property. When we got there, the owner actually was there, and my investor knew the owner from years back. So he's telling us all this stuff, and the owner is telling us he wants to buy a property in Costa Rica. He wants a cash deal on this. He wants out of here really fast, and he's heading for Costa Rica. So he was telling us all this, and probably that wasn't the best thing for him to be telling us at that time, because he just like cut his own throat. So anyway, we went through it and everything. We went through all our numbers. The 3 of us sat down and looked at it and said, yeah, this looks pretty good. So my investor phoned the owner, and through work that needed to be done and just negotiations and knowing he wants to leave town like quick, where we actually paid cash for this in the end. We got the price down to $200,001 from $259. So this is how this deal all worked out. The original price was $259, accepted offer of $200,001. He fought for that $1. We don't know why. I think it was just because he wanted to say, I got over 200 grand. It was unbelievable how he wanted that $1 in there. But anyway, we had a $10,000 holdback because the guy was going to reshingle the roof and do some other repair. So through a negotiation again, we ended up giving him $2,000 back out of the 10,000, and we held back 8,000 to do the repairs. So our final purchase price is $192,001. The appraised value is $260, so we paid cash for this. Now we're going to remortgage it and get our money back. So we got an appraised value of $260, mortgage at 3% for $208. Monthly revenue is $46.85. Monthly expense is $12.75. Mortgage payment will be $948. We have a positive cash flow per month of $24.25. We'll either leave that in the bank, let it build up for future rentals, or we can split it, whatever we want to do with that. So you are really not normal. I haven't known to work outside the box. All deals aren't black and white. You have to go and look at every deal, every different angle that you can. You need to really put some thought into it, and sometimes crazy thoughts or whatever, but sometimes the craziest looking deal in the very beginning could end up being your best deal in the very end. So you never know. You gotta just look at work all the angles. So that's about it for today. Thank you for listening. If anybody has any questions, I'll be over here after. I'm here for the whole seminar. And come and see me. I can answer any questions or tell you some more. These are 2 stories out of my book. The one is just recent. So, and I've got lots of other deals that I've done like this. And come give me a talk. Come and talk. Thank you.